You're not going to use the story, Mr. Scott?
No, sir. This is the West, sir. When the legend becomes fact, print the legend. He's right.
Interesting facts about famous people.
Westerns with honor. Like hand in glove, when you think of a Western, what's one of the first things that come to mind? For me, it's honor, one of the most important elements of the Western genre. It's why Westerns affect us so much. The underlying reliable aspects of the storytelling in most Westerns. When things get to the point where it's the darkest, when all is lost and no way out, the hero will always step up, even against their own self-interest, for no other reason other than it's the right thing to do. This video has but a few examples of these. As it is such a common aspect of so many Westerns, I can't list them all today. Let me know which are your favourites and why. I'm sure there will be more videos on this theme. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it in no particular order. High Noon, 1952. Gary Cooper embodied the all-American hero. He was an actor who could do no wrong, as he proves in his take of Marshall Kane. We see him as the clock is ticking away towards noon, when the train will arrive in Hadleyville. We see him perspire as he goes around trying to get people to help him with the problem. To no avail. He will have to do it himself. In the process, he clearly disappoints his new bride, who is horrified at the prospect of losing the man she clearly loves.
I'm not trying to be a hero. If you think I like this, you're crazy. Look, Amy, this is my town. I've got friends here.
The Oxo Incident. Ultimately, it's the story that triumphs the most. Claustrophobic in nature, it is simple yet tragic, as it spins out to tell us how a group of seemingly sane individuals turned out to be a mass of incoherent reasoning. When a letter is read out during the finale, it is devastating in its effect. We see men broken, heads bowed in shame, others heavy in heart, their lives never to be the same. The emotional whack is hard-hitting, and rightly so. This is unashamedly a message movie, and a worthy one at that. Had it been made 7 or 8 years later, I think it would have garnered higher critical praise. .310 to Yuma, 1957. It's a Western, but it could have been in any setting if it was done this well. The story is clever, but really picks up once Wade is captured, in both Evan's home and in the hotel room. The dialogue becomes clever and meaningful. The story is kept tense, with Evans getting increasingly sweaty, despite being very talky. Wade works with Evans in a Machiavellian flow of dialogue that visually gets to him throughout. However, once it is clear that honor is important over money, the countdown to the tense walk to the train station is on. Shane, 1953. We have a stranger, lean and handsome, dressed in fringed buckskin. His dress and gun belt suggest something other than a farmer or rancher, yet we never really know, or ever know, of his past. He is kind and modest, and takes time to address the boy as though someone worth talking to. You were watching me down the trail quite a spell, weren't you? I like a man who watches things going around. He can make his mark someday. The boy smiles up at him, and an instant bond is formed, an idol worship in the making.
You go home to your mother and your father and grow up to be Strong, straight. Joey, take care of them. Both of them.
The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 1962. Why is this movie so good? In basic terms, it's about the sadness of progression, and without giving too much away, the film tells a remarkable tale which truly does examine what Ford's view of the West, as promoted in his earlier work, truly meant. It's a tragic and pessimistic movie, but it's a rewarding one. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is one of the most complex westerns that has ever run.
This is the West, sir. When the legend becomes fact, print the legend.
He's right, Rance.
Sgt Rutledge, 1960. John Ford was way ahead of his time with this one. Woody Strode, who plays the title character, helped break the colour barrier in professional football years before Jackie Robinson did so in baseball. And he broke some huge barriers in this film too. Every young black man, heck, every young American male today, should be required to watch this film. As Strode later said, Ford and scriptwriters put classic words in my mouth, words that would be echoed 3 years later by Dr. Martin Luther King in his immortal I Have a Dream speech at the Lincoln Memorial. Three Godfathers, 1948. The story tells of three outlaws, Robert Hightower, John Wayne, Pedro, Pete, Fuerte, Pedro Armendariz, and the Abilene Kid, Harry Carey Jr., who after robbing a bank in the town of Welcome, are on the run from the law-led posse. After hitting problems in the desert sandstorm, the men struggle onto the Terrapin tanks, where they happen across a woman in labour, giving birth to her child. But sadly on her deathbed, the woman begs the men to take care of her baby. They agree and embark on a perilous journey to get the child safely to New Jerusalem.
All right, kid. Go ahead.
On the bosom we shall come rejoicing, bringing in the sea.
Adios, compañero.
I'll be awfully good to little,
Robert, William, Pedro.
Fort Apache, 1948. Deep into the territory of the great Apache chief, Cochise, the demoted Civil War general, Lieutenant Colonel Owen Thursday, reports for duty as a commanding officer at the remote U.S. cavalry outpost known as Fort Apache, along with his daughter, Philadelphia. There, the arrogant commander will soon lock horns with the realistic and sensible second-in-command, Captain Kirby York, who, as an expert in the local Apaches, disagrees with Thursday, who wants to make a name for himself in the Arizona frontier. In the end, it is wise to engage in battle when personal glory is all you seek.
Got whiskey, but share the last drop in their canteens. Faces may change, names, but they're there. They're the regiment, the regular army. Now, in 50 years.
The Man from Laramie, 1955. Mysterious Will Lockhart delivers supplies to storekeeper Barbara Wagaman at Coronado, an isolated town in Apache country. Before long, he's tangled with Dave Wagaman, vicious son of autocratic rancher Alec and cousin of Sweet Barbara. But he sticks around town, his presence a catalyst for change in people's lives, searching for someone he doesn't know who's been selling rifles to the Apaches.
Shoot me? Shooting's too good for you. What did I do to you? Tell me, what did I do? I got a right to know.
Yeah, I guess a man's got a right to know what he's gonna die for.
They're coming for their guns. Kill me and they'll kill you.
The Searchers, 1956. After a 3-year absence, battle-scarred Confederate veteran of the Civil War, Ethan Edwards, turns up on the dusty Texas homestead of his brother, Aaron, in hopes of finding peace. Instead, the taciturn former soldier will embark on a treacherous 5-year odyssey of retribution when the ruthless Chief Scar's murderous Comanche raiding party massacres his family, burns the ranch to the ground, and abducts his 9-year-old niece, Debbie. Driven by hatred of Indians, Ethan and his young companion, Martin Pauly, ride through the unforgiving desert to track down their lost Debbie. However, is the woman they lost and the prisoner in Scar's teepee still the same woman the searchers seek?
I hope you die.
That'll be the day.
There is peace of mind. He knows he'll find, but when right
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.